Formula One is the ultimate world of speed, glamour, and high stakes. But not every story ends with victory and wealth. Some drivers, even world champions, lost everything. This is a tale of ambition, risk, and fortune slipping through the fastest hands in the world. F1 drivers who lost everything. The F1 world champion declared bankruptcy and died penniless after defying his parents. F1 drivers who went broke instantly. These aren't just cautionary tales, they are real stories from the high-octane world of Formula One, where millions are won and lost at the speed of 200 miles per hour. Let's start with one of the most famous examples, James Hunt, the 1976 world champion. Hunt wasn't just a driver, he was a phenomenon. Known for his charisma, charm, and daredevil racing style, he earned the nickname Hunt the Shunt for his aggressive, chaotic approach on the track. But despite winning millions of pounds during his career, Hunt's life after racing tells a tragic story of fortune lost. Hunt's path to stardom wasn't easy. Born to a well-to-do family, he defied his parents' wishes to pursue motorsport. They thought it was too dangerous, too expensive, and far too unpredictable. But Hunt was determined. Without their support, he relied on the backing of Lord Alexander Hesketh, a wealthy aristocrat who had no clue about racing, but loved entertainment and wanted to make Hunt the star of his team. Thus, Hesketh Racing was born. The team quickly gained a reputation not just for racing, but for partying. Mechanics often joked that Hesketh Racing consumed as much champagne as fuel, and that the team had more beautiful women than practical engineers. Despite this, Hunt's talent shone through. By 1975, he was challenging legends like Niki Lauda, and his aggressive style combined with raw speed made him a fan favorite. Hunt wasn't just a racer, he was a celebrity, a symbol of the glamorous chaos that F1 represented in the 1970s. But fame and fortune in F1 do not guarantee financial security. After retiring, Hunt became a name at Lloyd's of London, a system where wealthy individuals took on unlimited financial liability to underwrite insurance policies. Essentially, you could make massive profits or lose everything. For Hunt, it was the latter. Along with a costly divorce and his lavish lifestyle, Hunt's fortune dwindled rapidly. By the late 1980s, it was reported that he had only £180,000 left. A shocking figure considering he had earned millions on the track. James Hunt, the man who defied his parents and conquered the F1 world, had lost nearly everything he once had. Hunt's story, while dramatic, is not unique. Emerson Fittipaldi, a two-time world champion with Lotus and McLaren, also faced financial peril. Fittipaldi was one of the most talented drivers of his generation, winning his first world championship in 1972 at just 25 years old. After a successful stint with McLaren, he made the fateful decision to leave and join his brother's struggling team, Fittipaldi Automotive. He invested heavily, hoping to turn the team into a competitive force. Instead, the team floundered, and from 1976 to 1980, Emerson watched his fortune shrink as his dream project drained his resources. Fame and talent weren't enough to protect him from financial loss. Financial risk in F1 doesn't only affect retired champions. Even today, young drivers and their families gamble everything for a shot at the top. Esteban Ocon's story illustrates this perfectly. Before he even reached Formula One, his family sold their home and business to fund his karting career. For them, it was all or nothing. Had Ocon failed to progress, the family would have faced financial ruin. These extreme sacrifices highlight the harsh reality of motorsport. Reaching F1 often requires immense personal and financial risk, long before a driver ever steps into a Formula One car. Then there are the pay drivers. Drivers who survive in Formula One only because they bring massive sponsorship deals. Pastor Maldonado, Nikita Mazepin, and others spent their careers balancing on a financial tightrope. The moment funding evaporates, so can their career and sometimes their financial security. In F1, talent alone isn't always enough. Money can mean the difference between survival and instant financial ruin, turning a promising career into a forgotten name almost overnight. Let's return to James Hunt and the most thrilling chapter of his career, the 1976 season. Hunt's closest competitor was Niki Lauda, the Austrian driver renowned for his precision and professionalism. Lauda dominated the season until a near-fatal crash at the Nürburgring left him badly burned and hospitalized. Against all odds, Lauda returned just 6 weeks later, determined to fight for the championship. The final race in Japan became a showdown of legendary proportions. Hunt had to finish ahead to have any chance. Lauda, still recovering, was forced to retire after just a few laps due to torrential rain. Hunt finished third, clinching the World Championship by a narrow margin in one of the most dramatic endings in F1 history. Despite his glory on the track, life off it was far less forgiving. Hunt continued living fast, experiencing highs and lows in both love and finances. His relationship struggles, including divorces and risky financial decisions at Lloyd's of London, left him exposed. Tragically, on June 15, 1993, Hunt suffered a massive heart attack just hours after proposing to his girlfriend Helen. He was only 45 years old. Hunt's story is a stark reminder that fame and talent can't always shield you from life's unpredictability. For a man who raced at 200 miles per hour, life's final curve came too soon. James Hunt and Emerson Fittipaldi are only the tip of the iceberg. Many drivers, from pay drivers to champions, have faced severe financial struggles. Career-ending accidents, poor investments, and lost sponsorships can instantly turn millions into debt. These stories reveal the hidden pressures of Formula One, where the thrill of speed is matched by the danger of financial ruin. Some drivers, after decades of sacrifice and hard work, end up bankrupt, struggling to maintain the lifestyle that once seemed guaranteed by their talent and fame. F1 isn't just about racing, it's about risk, ambition, and sometimes sheer luck. Success is never guaranteed. Behind every podium finish is risk, sacrifice, and sometimes heartbreak. Drivers gamble not just their lives on the track, but also their fortunes off it. For every world champion who thrives, there is another who faces financial ruin. James Hunt, Emerson Fittipaldi, Esteban Ocon, and countless others show us that ambition in the fast lane comes with a high price. Even outside the world of champions, countless F1 drivers live in constant financial tension. Many rely entirely on sponsorship or family funding. Without a strong backer, a driver's career can end abruptly. The pressure is immense. A single bad season, a broken contract, or an injury can erase years of effort and leave drivers in debt, struggling to find their next opportunity. Formula One is a sport where millions can be made, but fortunes can vanish just as quickly, like tire smoke on a hot track. Formula One is more than just racing. It's a story of human ambition, triumph, failure, and financial risk. Drivers like James Hunt remind us that life in the fast lane is exhilarating, but it comes with stakes far higher than the checkered flag. F1, drivers who lost everything. The F1 world champion declared bankruptcy and died penniless after defying his parents. F1 drivers who went broke instantly. Behind every victory, there's risk. Behind every legend, a story of loss, sacrifice, and ambition.